Hey guys, I'm back at it again with another video. In my last video, I did mention saying that I was going to go over all the operators, which I'm gonna honestly just give you all a quick glance. If I go into every single one of them, it's going to take a while, and I'm pretty sure it's going to get a little boring, so I don't really want that. So I'm just going to give you all a quick glance on all the operators that there is. And I'm going to try to explain a little bit what they do, but here we go. What you do, well, this is the main page, one thing you start with once you first start the game. And if you want to go over to operators, you just click R1 where it says operators in your top left corner, and you go here and where it says unlock new operators. It's going to show you all the operators that you've already unlocked. I still haven't unlocked all of them, but whenever you first start this game, you're not going to have any operators unlocked. That's something you have to work for. You gotta, play games, situations, different types of, ways to get reowns. And reowns, as you saw in my last video, I kind of showed y'all how to get reowns. You gotta play some gameplays, and either if you win or lose, you get reowns. Of course, if you win, you get more reowns than you do if you lose. But yeah, you just start off building up, and I know another way you can get unlock operators is by R6 credits. Now what R6 credits is something you gotta, I believe it gives you some in the very beginning when you first start off and play, but if you run out of R6 credits, you gotta pay money to get more, which I wouldn't really recommend you doing that. You already pay to play this game, so I don't know if you got that extra money to buy R6 credits, then by all means go for it. But when you first start up, there's 5 main types of groups of operators you can buy, which I would really recommend for beginners to choose from. Which, when you first unlock these operators, how they start off, they first start off at 500 reown, and then each one that you buy goes up by 500. So first one's gonna be 500. It's gonna be the cheapest one, and it's gonna be like that for every group. So there's 5 groups that you start off with that I would personally use as a beginner, which they first is FBI, SAS, GIGN, SPET, and GSG9. Those are your basic beginner operators. Now, even though they're basic beginner operators, they work really well. So just because they're for like beginners kind of, I still use them all the time. I know a lot of people still use them. They still have really great features, but I won't kind of go over each one. Since I've already played this game for a while, I already unlocked all the operators for FBI, SAS, and SPET, which the ones that you have. And each group has 4 operators. 2 of them are for attack, 2 of them are for defend. First off, for FBI, the ones you would find for FBI is Ash, Thermite for your 2 attackers, and Castle Impulse. And Ash, she has a breaching round which she can shoot from a gun, so it'll be able to destroy any barricades, walls that aren't reinforced, that are breakable, and any floors that are able to break off. If you see in my last video, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Thermite, oops, I apologize, clicked the wrong button. Thermite, he sets off in a breaching charge, I guess you would say, but his own type of charge. What he can do, he can destroy reinforced walls. If you want to know what reinforced walls are, you can check my other video I did before. I kind of show you what reinforced stars, which, did I say wars? I'm not sure what I said right there. It can destroy reinforced walls, which is a lot harder to destroy, but if we have this character, he can destroy them. Because mainly, I think there's only 2 characters here that can destroy reinforced walls. So, and he's one of them. And he's one of the ones you can get in the very beginning, which I would recommend him being one of the first characters that you would choose in the very beginning if you're first starting. But going over to Defender's Castle, he's one that I use all the time. Not every time, but I use them frequently. What he does, he sets up a bulletproof barricade. I've used them in my other video. If you want to go see what he does, go over and check my other video out. And he has a bulletproof barricade, which is a lot more reinforced than a wooden one. Pulse, he has a little cardiac sensor. What he does, if you use his special ability, if you're looking around, he has a little device that can detect heartbeats and short distance. You have to be nearby. You can't detect them across the map. That would be cool, but it'll be a lot harder to do, use as well. Pretty much what he does, any enemy that's on the opposite team, if they're walking by like right next to him, but say they're behind a wall or anything like that, and you use that cardiac sensor, you're gonna be able to detect their heartbeat, where it's just gonna be it's gonna give you like a little red dot and a circle saying that they're right there. So it kind of explains to you that an enemy is right there. So I mean, I'll try to use them in one of my other videos so you can have a better understanding of what he does and how it works. But yeah, moving on. SAS. The 4 operators you'll be unlocking in the group of SAS is Sledge, Thatcher, Smoke, and Mute. Sledge, he pretty much has a sledgehammer that can break through any breakable surface, barricades, any walls that aren't reinforced, so on and so forth. Thatcher, he has an MP grenade, which if you have any like, how would I say, breaching charts or any traps that people set off. For an example, in his group, there's Mutes. Say if Mute was there and Thatcher throws an MP grenade, he's able to destroy any electronics and disable them in that range. So he can come in handy at times. Smoke, he's in the fender side, and what he does, I'm not sure if I used him in my last video. If not, the next video I'll make sure I use him so y'all can see what he does. Pretty much what he does, he has a remote gas grenade which will set off a toxic gas, and anyone that's in that toxic gas, any enemy, will end up hurting them and like be taking their health away. You can possibly get kills like this if they're real low health, but it helps you a lot. Mute, it's a signal disruptor. I know if you see my other video before that I did once you're attacking, you go off with you start off with drones, but if Mute sets off one of his signal disruptors, you're not able to go through because he will cut off your drone and you're not going to be able to use it anymore. But there are ways kind of to get around his signal disruptor, which I'll try to go over that. If I can't, I'm sorry, but there's ways to go around signal disruptors. So the next one, GIGN, pretty much all the operators, I don't got all of them unlocked, which I'll show you. The other one I haven't got unlocked, which is Montang. That's how I pronounce it. I know some people pronounce it differently. Duck and Rook. And Montang, he just has a huge extendable shield that can like fully protect you most of the times. People can still get around you and kill you, but it comes in handy a lot of times. Duck, he has a stem pistol. What that does, he has a pistol that can heal you up if you're injured. So that's what pretty much he does. Rook, he sets down, he drops a supply bag, and it's just, he gives everyone armor plates, which is like a bulletproof vest. But yeah, that's what he does. And the other one I have not unlocked in GIGN is Twitch. Which Twitch uses a shock drone. Unfortunately, since it's a shock drone, you can't jump as other drones normally can. But what it does, it's a drone and it has a little like laser that can like shock, like with Mute. This is actually one drone that you can use to defeat Mute, I guess, and taking out his traps. If any like traps that there is, like this shock drone can just shoot like laser and destroy that device. And you can actually use this device, this drone, to shoot enemies, and it will hurt them by like 10, it's like 10 damage, I believe. And you get this, you get 2 drones, shock drones, just like almost every player gets 2 normal drones. So next one that there is SPET, which I've unlocked all the operators for that one. The 2 attackers are Glass and Fuse, and the offenders are Capcan and Tachanka. Glass, he pretty much has a sniper rifle, and he has a scope, which it can target enemies, which the enemy will be yellow, which will kind of show you, you know, where the enemy's at. He comes in handy a lot. You know, he's a really good character. Well, is he the one I would recommend you get off the, you know, start with? No. But later, once you get better, Glass is actually one good character you can get. Fuse, he has a cluster charge, which pretty much he sticks his cluster charge to a barricade or to a wall, anything that ain't reinforced, and things can go through. Pretty much any breakable surface, I would say. If he sets that against the wall or the barricade, once he sets off his cluster charge, it'll be shooting out like small grenades, and that grenade can kill you in a heartbeat. So I mean, he's a really good character to get. The 2 defenders, Capcam, he sets off booby traps, which is a little trap he'll set in any entrance, like any windows, any doors, anything like that. You're able to set a booby trap there, which if you walk by will set off an explosion, which it will hurt you pretty bad. Back then, it used to kill you right off the bat, but now I think it only takes about like almost a little over half your health. I'm not sure how it works now, but it's a really good defender to get right off the bat. Tachanka, what he does, he just sets off machine, like I guess turret, which you have a little shield. I'm not sure why I got him, to be honest. He works alright, but he's not the best defender I would really recommend, but he pretty much has like a machine gun turret, and then has a shield on top, which I kind of try to use him. I'll use him in my other next video if I can, and give you an example what he does. But next one is GSG9, which I don't believe I got all the operators unlocked yet. But the 2 attackers from GSG9 is Blitz, IQ, Jaeger, and I'll show you the other one that I haven't unlocked yet, which is Bandit. Alright, well, what these operators do, they attack. Let's start off with Blitz. He has shield, which can trigger a flash, which will blind the enemy, which it comes in handy, believe it or not. If you're really good with pistols, which I'm personally not that great with, but I know other people are, I would recommend you use this. He has a shield, and you know, you can trigger off a flash that will blind the enemy, and you can use that pistol to, you know, kill him. IQ, it can uses to detect any electronics devices, anything like that, in a certain range, of course. And sometimes if you can destroy these, like in a certain, like, how would I explain it? You can destroy these, say like Capcan uses one of his traps and it's behind a wooden barricade. If you have IQ, you can actually spot out his trap and shoot through the barricade and destroy it. And it goes like that for mostly every, you know, electronic device or any devices like C4s or anything like that. But yeah, IQ comes in handy. Jaeger, oh, that's about great. Jaeger, he uses an active defense, so people like Fuse that can set, or like, you know, use his cluster charge to throw off grenades. Jaeger would be the perfect guy to use. his little active defense will destroy them grenades or any smoke grenades that people throw in or any impact grenades, anything like that. Jaeger will be able to, his active defense device will be able to destroy them. And the other defender that there is, I believe it's Bandit. He has a shock wire, which any like reinforced walls or barbed wire you like set off on the floor, he's able to use his device to like use like the reinforced walls like go electricity. So like I know with thermite, he's one of the guys that can like destroy the reinforced walls, but if Bandit sets off his traps with the reinforced walls, Thermite is unable to use his trap because it will destroy his trap right off the bat. So I don't really use Bandit that much. That's another reason why I don't have him unlocked. I wouldn't really recommend seeing myself, you know, using these. But the other operators that are unlocked, now these operators are more like they're more useful, you know, more dangerous to use. They cost a lot more each one, and it's like that for every single group. They cost about 25,000 re-owns, which it takes a pretty long time to get there. So, but these have really nice, neat special abilities. But again, they're more expensive. And Gear 1's operators, which I'll kind of go over real quick. GTF2, Navy SEAL, BOP, and SAT. Year 2 is GEO, SDU, Groom, and 707th SMB, which I've unlocked some of them. But if you're, you know, a beginner in this game, I would not recommend you save up to 2,500 because I know sometimes most people in this game already have all these operators unlocked, and then if they choose that one, you're not going to have any to start with. So when you start this game, I would recommend you start off, you know, with the first 5 that I mentioned, either FBI, GIGN, GSG9, SPET, you know, so on. The ones that are a lot more, you know, common to use, that are, you know, expensive. I would honestly recommend you get those. Get at least about 10 before going into those better operators. But anytime, this is my personal advice, if you're unlocking operators and you're just first starting, one thing I would recommend you do, I would first I would go back and forth. I would get one from attacking, I would get one from defending. So if I were you, I would go back and forth. Just cause, you know, if say like you get 4 attacking and then 1 defending, and someone chooses that one that you're, you know, defending with, you know, you're not going to have anyone to go with, and it's better if you just go back and forth like that. That's my personal advice, something I would do. But let's go with the other top major operators. Now some of them I've already got unlocked, which I'll kind of show you. This is one of the most expensive ones, which is Frost, and it's in the group GTF2. Pretty much she lays down like bear trap, which if you like walk over it, it'll snatch you up and it'll kind of like injure you where you can't move. So if you walk over this trap, you're unable to move, and also until like someone comes and revives you. But if no one comes and revives you and the other people die in your team, you're automatically, you know, dead because you're unable to do anything, which her trap, you know, comes in handy. Would I recommend you getting her in the beginning as your, you know, top operators, more elite operators? No, I believe there's other better ones, but I'm gonna move on. The second one is Navy SEAL. The one I have not unlocked yet is Blackbeard. Blackbeard, he has a ballistic shield that he has a shield that goes on top of his rifle that kind of protects him from any headshots or anything like that. I know that's one thing a lot of people mainly go for is headshots because you know you kill them, and also you get more points that way. So, but he has a little shield that you can put on top of his rifle, and it'll protect him from pretty much any headshots. I'm not saying um, if you get the character, you're never going to get any headshots on you. There's still times where you're going to be able to get headshots, and his shield that he puts on top of his rifle ain't invincible. It's able to break off, so that's something you got to look out for. But I believe you get more than one shield. I'm not sure how many you got, just because I ain't got this character unlocked yet. But his operator's still pretty dope. And now, next one I'm gonna go for is Bope, which I ain't got any of these operators unlocked yet, which is Capetillo, Capetillo, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and Caviera. What Capetillo does, he has a bow and arrow which can shoot off smoke grenades and also like a grenade or like a grenade. Well, a little arrow which will spark off like into like little fire sparks, you know, which can damage you. Um, that's his operator. Caviera, what she does, she has an ability where she can walk around through the map or any, you know, map you're in, silently, which you're not going to be able to hear her. But she also has a pistol, and that's one main thing she's known for is her pistol, which has a silencer. And her silencer, you know, once she kills you with that silencer, she's going to injure you down. Mainly all the time, it will injure you down to the floor. And then if you see my other video before, I will mention what you mean by injured, when you're going to be having like no health left, where you can't really move at all. And if you see my other video, you'll see what I mean. But whenever she gets you down and like that, Caviera, she can use also another ability she has that she can use is whenever you're down on the floor, she uses interrogation, which she'll use knife, you know, to like stab you, and then once ever you kill that person that's down, it'll detect all the enemies that's around, and shows them who they are. So it's a really cool operator to use, but again, if you're really good with the pistols, that's probably one of the first ones I'll recommend you to get. She's a defender and she helps out a lot. But yeah, next one is SAT. Uh, here's you know how I was talking about with um Thermite. He's one of the operators that can destroy reinforced walls. Hubana is the second person that can destroy reinforced walls. What she does, she has a little gun, grenade launcher, that shoots her own little like grenades that will destroy parts of the reinforced walls. I think she shoots about 6 at a time. Um, but yeah, her operator is just really neat. She has really good guns as well, but she's the other operator that can destroy any reinforced walls. Echo, honestly, one of the most annoying operators I can deal with. What he does, he has his own little hovering drone, which it's different from other drones. A reason why this hovering drones can, you know, go up to the roof and ceiling where you're not able to see this drone. And whatever he does, he shoots like a little, like his own little shot. And then like if you get shoot by this drone, you're gonna be like all dizzy, confused. It's like hard to see. But this drone is honestly like one of the most annoying operators, just because of his drone. Because if you get shot by this, it's gonna be like hard to kill anybody, and it's just like that for a couple seconds. I think about like 15 to 30. I'm not sure honestly, but this operator is pretty annoying. But it is a good one to use if, you know, you're good at using drones. Next one is GEO, which I haven't unlocked any of these, but for attacking you got Jackal, which what he can do, he can trace any footsteps from any enemy. So if he traces your footsteps, you're able to target where they are at, and if you're the enemy that's being tracked by Jackal, you'll get like a little like notification, or it'll be telling you that you're being tracked down by Jackal. So that's one thing you got to be always looking out for. Jackal is a really good operator to use. You just gotta use it right. So next one is Mira. What she has, she deploys a black mirror, which you can only like, what her does, you can see, say like if you're on the opposite side, where she deploys it from, you can see through, but like any enemy that's like trying to look through, you're not able to see it unless she unlocks this gas tank that she has there. They'll be able to let you shoot through, but if not, if she like sets it off, she has like a little black mirror where you can see through, but they can't see back in, which is a neat feature to use. It's also kind of another operator that tends to kill me a lot at times, but you just got to be careful with that one. Next one is SDU, which I already unlocked the attacker, which I'll go back and talk about him. But this defender is, what's his name? Legion. I'm sorry if I can't say all these operators' names, but his does, he has like little traps that he throws around. I believe he has about 7 of them, but it's like a poisonous trap which it will attach you. It's like a spike, as you can see in the picture, which will attach you and be taking off your health if you don't remove this thing. But it can be removed by holding square, and it kind of, I think it's about like 3 seconds. It takes about 3 to 5 seconds to remove. But this his traps can be a little annoying at times if you keep on running into them, and if you know how to place them in the right place. Next one is Groom, which I've already unlocked the defender, but now the attacker is Sophia, which I did mention what she does. Fire both concussion and impact grenades, which I thought it was pretty neat. Nothing much to it. Next one is Dokubi? I don't know how to say it. But what she does, she's like, she's a hacker. I guess that's how to say. She can hack people's phones, their cameras, and if she hacks your phones, you can hear a little buzzing, and if you're the enemy, sometimes you can hear this buzzing. So this is one of the new operators that came out in the new game Operation White Noise. Sorry, but yeah, she's one of the new operators that came out in this new operation. I've seen a lot of people use her. She's pretty. I've never used her. I haven't gotten her, so I'm hoping I get one of these two here soon, so I can kind of show you guys what they do. But this defender, Vigil, I'm not sure. I'm hoping I said it right, but I'm pretty sure in my other last video I've seen someone use this operator, which he'll go invisible from any drones or cameras for a certain amount of time. He ain't always invincible, so yeah, that's what he pretty much does. So, and the elite operators, I guess you would say, that I already have unlocked for attacking, I got Buck. Buck, which one? I think it was in JTF2. Yep, and he's the attacking operator in that one. What she does, he's pretty much almost like Sledge, but with a gun, which it's a lot better because you can shoot from a range, and I think he destroys a bigger range of, like, I guess if you come up to a breakable like wall or surface, I believe like Buck is able to destroy like more than Sledge can, if y'all understand what I mean. But he's a really neat operator. That's one reason I kind of got him. Next one is Ying, which she's the attacker and the SDU. Reason why I got Ying, and anyone that knows me when I play Rainbow Six Siege, is I always like using flash grenades. A reason why it will blind the enemy, and it stays like that for a while. What she does, she has a little grenade which she'll throw in, and this grenade will shoot off like minis, like flash grenades, which will blind the enemy. But she has a little like headset or like goggles type of way that it won't affect her, and you'll be able to see the enemy while they're getting flashed, which that's one reason why I got her. I thought she was really neat. You know, I tend to use her a lot. So next one is Valkyrie. I think that's how you say it. She has what she does, she has her operator, you know, feature is Black Eye, which she sets off three little small cameras, which not a lot of people are able to detect. You know, you can put these cameras anywhere you want. But when you use them, you can see if you're the enemy, you can see it's like a blue circle, and you know, it's sometimes it can be a little annoying because sometimes they're hard to find, but they're just other cameras that you can like set off around, just in case if you want to see if any enemies going by. I thought this, you know, her feature was really useful. You know, it's helped me a lot of times, so she's another good operator to get. And the other operator I got for defending, which is Ella, which she's the defender, and Groom. Yep. What she does, she sets off like little mines, like which what they do if anybody that walks through, any enemy I guess, walks through these mines, it will like kind of impact their hearing and cause dizzy. It'll make them dizzy. But yeah, it's another feature that I'd find useful because it will tell you whenever like an enemy goes through that mine, it will tell you that they're dizzy and everything like that, and they set off your mine, which is good because if you're nearby one of those mines that they set off, you have a better advantage in killing them. Now, I'm not saying you're always going to kill them that way, because there's been times where like some enemy like will set off my mind or, you know, trap, and they'll be dizzy, you know, it'll kind of be hard to see and everything like that, but yet they're still able to kill you. So that's one thing you always got to look out for. But most of the times you do got the better advantage of the, you know, player against them. But that's a quick review on each operator. I hope this kind of made it more useful. Personally, the ones I would recommend you getting in the very beginning, this is honestly my opinion, and you don't have to listen to my opinion, but this is what I would recommend. For attacking, one of the first operators I would recommend you get is either Thermite, Sledge, Fuse, or Ash. A reason why I say them for, me personally, is because they have features that can destroy any breakable surface. So if with Sledge, you know, you can use the Sledge hammer to break down any breakable forces surface, and you can actually kill people with his sledgehammer, which is pretty cool. It's harder, you got to come up from behind and kill him that way, but you're able to kill him. Ash, you know, she can shoot guns that can destroy any, you know, breakable surface. A reason I would recommend you get Thermite, because he's the cheaper version of Hibana, you know, but he's still a really good operator to get, because he has the charge that can break any reinforced walls, which it's best to get this one, because most of the times where they get reinforced walls and they're able to destroy them, that's where they're most likely going to be hiding from, so it kind of gives them like less like place to hide at. So Thermite is one of the first I would recommend you get. But yeah, and Fuse, he's really, you know, useful at times. One gameplay I would not recommend you use Fuse at all, and the reason, and I've seen this plenty of times, is whenever you're playing hostage. And let me explain why. Anytime, say like you're fusing and you set off them grenades, and they go into the room where the hostage is at, that grenade can kill the hostage and you will lose the round. And sometimes that can cause you to lose the game, which it'll piss off a lot of people. You'll be pissed off at yourself. So anytime you'll use Fuse, I would recommend you use him for like securing the area or bomb, because once you set those things off, you won't have to worry about, you know, killing anyone that will cost you to lose the game. So that's one thing I would like my personal advice, whenever you're getting started into this game, don't use fuse whenever you're playing hostage, because you are able to kill the hostage with his ability and you'll just end up losing that game. Alright, moving over to defending. One of the first ones I would recommend you get, and again, this is my opinion, you don't have to listen to me, it's either Castle, Pulse, maybe gas, not gas, smoke, which he sets off gas, which, you know, and Doc. A reason why I would recommend you guys use these four. Castle, he's the main one I would recommend you getting in the beginning. He puts up a bulletproof barricade, which it's more reinforced, more secure to be hiding behind than a normal wooden barricade, because you can shoot through that wooden barricade and you know they can kill you that way. I've seen many kills, I've seen people kill me that way. So, and if you have that bulletproof barricade, you'll be more secure, and you know, another reason I would recommend you get Pulse, a reason why I would recommend you get him, is because he can detect where the enemy is at if they're like short range. So if, say, one of us behind a barricade, wooden barricade, or any breakable surface that you can shoot through, and say like they're like right behind it, and use this cardiac sensor to detect them, you can go ahead right away and shoot them down and kill them that way. Sorry, my microphone got unplugged. But anyways, like there's been many times where I've used Pulse and I've used that feature and killed a lot of enemies that way. So he's one I would recommend you getting. Smoke, another one, he's why I would recommend you get him. You know, he has a remote gas grenade which he can throw and he can set off whenever he wants. One, you'll be killing them, but also whenever you set off the smoke grenade gas, most of the times you're like backing off the enemy, you know. So it's one, you know, good operator you can start off with. And reason why I would recommend you use Doc is, you know, say you're ever injured, Doc, you can heal yourself up, or you can heal, you know, heal your teammates up. So he's one that I would recommend you use a lot. But yeah, the main two I would recommend you getting first would be Thermite and Castle. Again, this is all just my opinions. You don't have to, you know, I kind of gave you a brief explanation of what each operator does, but you know, that's all up to you guys how you want to go at it. But again, I would recommend you starting off with those first 5 groups, getting with the cheaper operators. Even though they're cheaper, you know, doesn't mean they suck. You know, you'll be surprising, you know, how good they still are, you know. But yeah, that's one thing I would also, you know, recommend. And also, like I said before, I would recommend you use attacking first, you know, unlocking attacking and then unlocking a vendor. You know, just be going back and forth. You never want to be getting like all attacking and then like no defenders, because then like say if, you know, they get that one defender that you got to go with recruit. And recruits, you know, like the most, I guess, suckish, who sucks the most, you know, operator out of all, you know, recruit, you know, you can tell by its name. But yeah, so I would always recommend you going back and forth, you know. And then like say like you're better with attacking and then like you're not that great in defending. That's how I kind of was. I would recommend you say you first start off with attacking, then you could go with defending. And if you're better with attacking instead of defending, unlock another defender so you can like discover and, you know, use other operators, see if you're getting better with. And then but then after that I would go back with attacking. But say if you're still not good with defending, go with defending, you know. To make your third move, unlock your third operator, whichever side you're not that great at. Say if you're not good at attacking, unlock another attacking. Say if you're not good with defending, unlock another defending. So that's another advice I'd give out to you guys. But I'll kind of go a little over now about the type of games you can go over. one thing, if also you're a beginner, I would recommend you go over the tutorials. And then if you see, these tutorials, you can see these tutorials again. So that's one thing I would recommend you going over if you're a beginner. It kind of gives you a little strategy and things you can do whenever you're going through this or starting off to play with. Situations, what they are. I normally don't play this, or not. I normally let my friends play it whenever they come over, or if they're new to the game. Pretty much, it kind of gives you like a little like gameplay preview on how the game is actually working. Give you a little small objectives, and throughout that gameplay, you'll have to use try to pass them objectives. But it kind of show you how to secure the area whenever. It'll kind of go over each gameplay, like secure the area, rescue the hostage, and plant the bomb. It'll kind of go over each one of them. So that's one thing I would also recommend you do if you're just first starting off in the game. Next one, which is multiplayer. There's your casual, which is actually named casual. It's just a normal 5 versus 5. It can either be secure the area, bombs, plant the bomb, or rescue the hostage, which is just a normal game, going back and forth. It's if you're most likely like playing for fun, that's one thing I would recommend you play the most. I would recommend you actually playing casual more than ranked, unless you're actually trying to improve your ranking. And in ranked, what you do, if you're a beginner, you're unable to play ranked until you're level 20. A reason why is because ranked is like more professional, more elite players, more tryhards, if you kind of get what I'm trying to say. Which whenever you reach level 20, you're going to have to play 10 games, and then after them 10 games, the game will set you at a ranking where it believes you're standing at. Right now I'm at silver 3, which each there's 1, 2, 3, 4, which 4 being the lowest, 1 being the highest. But there are also different type of rankings. There's copper, there's bronze, there's silver, there's gold, and then there's platinum. Platinum's the most elite level, most tryhards, but that's the place you want to get at, honestly, whenever you're playing ranked. Copper, they're like beginners, you're noobs, people that don't know how to play, this game that well. Bronze, you're moving up, you're doing better than copper, you're doing better than them, you're not always get killed, you're getting a little bit of some kills, but you're still not, that great at the game, so it'll put you in bronze. Silver, you're like half and half. Say like you're good, you're bad. You have your games that you do great on, and then you have some games that you do bad on. That's where I'm at. I have my days where I'm doing really good, and then I have my games where I'm not doing that great. So it's always different every day, and I'm pretty sure it's like that with everyone. Gold, you're a really good player. That's how I can say it. You're getting better, you get more kills than this, you're winning more instead of losing. But yeah, that's gold. And then again, with platinum, that's your tryhard, elite players, that's where, the hardest gameplay it stands at. But you can move up in ranking if you win more matches, if you win games and everything like that. You can move up, just depending from your score and that you get. You can go up from bronze to silver, and silver to gold, and gold to platinum. Or if you keep on losing games, you will go from platinum to gold, gold to silver, silver to bronze, bronze to copper. Copper, that's the place you at least want to be at, honestly. It pretty much is telling you that you're a noob, whether you like it or not. But yeah, right now I'm at silver. Hopefully I can try to get up to gold. I'll try to do some gameplays in ranked, but you'll see that ranking matches is like a lot more hard. You can also customize your own game. You can choose your own map. You can choose you can choose what type of games you want to play, whether it's either secure the area, plant the bomb, or secure rescue the hostage. But yeah, that's one thing that's cool about it. You know, you can play with your any friends like that's in your party. But just the bad thing about it, you know, you don't receive any re-owned. So I mean, that's the. But if you just want to play for the hell of it, you know, play with friends, you know, challenge each other, or not just challenge people online, be like, hey, you know, you want to go 1v1 like how it is in Black Ops or anything like that. You know, it gives you the options to, you know, customize your own games and play whoever you want to. But and yeah, whenever you go, you know, to your main menu, one of the first things they'll tell you right there where it says Terrace Hunt. A cool feature about this game is any game that you've played in the past, the last game you played in the past, it'll remind you again saying, hey, do you want to play this game again, you know? Which I think that's a cool, you know, feature, because one thing that I'll do most of the times, I'll play multiplayer casual, and then like all I have to do once I first start it, it'll tell you, you know, do you want to play multiplayer casual, and all you got to do is click X instead of, you know, going over to R1, go to multiplayer and clicking casual. You know, you can just go back to the last game you played, and that if that's the game you played the most, you know, you can just go back, click X, and it'll take you straight to the gameplay. But this is it, guys. I'm really hoping that kind of gave you an understanding on how each operator works. You know, I'll try to use the most I can, and I'll try unlocking some just to show you guys how each operator works. But I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you like this video, give this video big thumbs up, go like it, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. And next time, my next gameplay, I will do a ranked match just to show you guys how it is playing ranked. But thank you again for watching my video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you like it, and I'll see you till next time.